My name's David Readman and I'd like to welcome you to my Tuesday night fun and games live show. Every Tuesday night on YouTube at 8 o'clock. Come and join in. Hi, my name's David Readman, singer of Pink Cream 69, Voodoo Circle and many more. And I've just released the second single, The Fallen, from my upcoming record, Medusa. Came out on the 14th. Go and check it out. The Fallen is available on all good streaming sites. We're making this record together. Come and help me. Come and take a quick look. Good evening, people. I hope you can hear me. My name's David Readman and welcome to my Tuesday night fun and games. 50% absolute mayhem beyond all belief of mankind and 50% quite constructive, informative streaming where we do the kind of things like we do a Russian roulette sort of thing where we call people up and all that kind of thing. But tonight is extremely, amazingly, conceptually massively important because this is kind of like the live stream that didn't happen on Friday night. I wanted to do it, but you know, things get in the way, so I decided to move it till tonight. Hopefully we've got a few new people online. The video itself, Fallen, was released on Friday, and between then and now we've got over 1,000 clicks. So for me personally, and hopefully for you guys, that is really incredible. Better than the first video. We're not saying it's a better song. Different kind of song. Appeals to maybe a different kind of audience. But the feedback so far has just been absolutely incredible. And I really hope you can hear me tonight because as usual, before I start to stream, there's always something going on. I don't know what it is. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. I got things going on. I've arranged things. And just before I start, the bell rings outside on the church. A church bell rings for 8 o'clock and something kicks in. Let's have a look who's online tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got 17 viewers. Mark's in the house. Hopefully you can hear me. Natsuko, Japan. Of course, Kate's in the house. Hope you're feeling better. I realise you've been having trouble. Unfortunately, obviously, Facebook keeps us all informed and yeah, it's been, you know, sometimes you've written some stuff that I thought, oh, you know, hope everything's going well for you there. I'm sure it'll work out. All you got to think about is, I don't know if you're going to be doing it next year, but a lot of people have contacted me about the Monsters of Rock cruise, February or something like that. Pink Cream 69, of course, are involved in the cruise. And yeah, you know, as far as I know, it's going ahead and we're going to do it. But I can't imagine at the moment sitting on a plane for 15 hours. But hey, everything's possible. Who else is in the house? Sarah, of course, is in the house. Jenny J. Jenny J? Who the hell is Jenny J? Anything to do with a cowboy lady? Possibly. Sam Scott's in the house. Good evening, young man. Good gracious me. Sandra's in the house. Mark says, loud and clear, Mr. Readman. Oh, thanks goodness for spirit of my friend there from Hamburg's in the house. Carola, schon wieder. Das ist ja der Hammer. Ich freue mich immer wieder. Hoffentlich bist du gut heimgekommen. Und ja, ich habe irgendwie ein bisschen mitgekriegt letztens, dass man irgendwie überall so einen Schnelltest machen muss. Ne? Muss man das überhaupt bei euch irgendwie reinzukommen? Echter Hammer, echter Hammer. Deswegen habe ich ja gefragt heute Mittag, ob I sent a a Facebook post. It was kind of like a cry for knowledge, you could say, about the vaccine situation. Seems like we're catching up over here a little bit, but you know, I'm getting gigs coming in for Germany, believe it or not, even though it seems like a lot of people in Germany are still waiting as well. I got to be patient, you know, but it's, you know, there are countries out there in continents that, of course, don't have the vaccine. We cannot be greedy, of course. But, you know, it's just about getting life going again, isn't it? You know, it's just that's all it's about. Jenny J, former Rocking Cargo. We've got to get that correct. Got to get that correct, and otherwise we're in big trouble, I guess. Oh, could that be Craig Boyd? Good, Greg. Yeah, Craig said, like Craig just said now. You'll see. I mean, you can see it. Let's go to the chat window. As you can see, like Craig wrote there, he's from the US, and he's fully vaccinated. It's just like, isn't it? You know, it's like, you know, yeah, you know, long story. At some point, we'll all be sorted out, and we'll be all back to normal, and we can look back and go, ha ha, yeah, the old Big C situation that sort of stopped live, you know. But that, you know, that's what we're in at the moment. But we're celebrating tonight the single coming out. It came out on Friday, The Fallen. Hopefully, you've all seen the video. Now that is not good, but that's live TV for you, ladies and gentlemen. My poster just fell down. The spider that has had its starring role there, I'm going to put it there. And you know what I think what's actually happened, and this is the 50% of absolute mayhem of this stream, I did not switch on the machine. Now, nobody mentioned it. The machine has to be switched on, of course. Then we can continue streaming. Good gracious me. Yeah, well, the mothership's been disturbed tonight. But anyway, the show must go on. Oh, we got Mari in the house. As we said, Craig Boyd's ready to go. Eric Schott. Thank you, Eric. Once again, you guys. Hawks Radio. The song Fallen has been the power song so far on this week. It's Tuesday, of course. 10 times a day on their radio stations. It's a Netherlands radio station. Thank you so much, guys. With the first song, actually, I had a lot of work to do, you could say, to get the message out there about this whole thing that I'm doing, of course. But now, slowly but surely, people are picking up. It's an automatic reaction. And what's really important is the music does the talking. And I really knew that this track would explode. Also, we did a lot of work with video. I want to talk about that a bit later on, about, you know, the making of and the mayhem that I went through to make this this video. But it's a bit different from the first song, admittedly, and it's kind of I'm kind of nervous, you could say. Anyway, when you release a record, you're nervous because you're interested, you know, the feedback. You want a good feedback, press-wise and everything, and all sort of people. And he was sort of like slowly, you know, like letting out the music, you know, letting it go free and letting you guys listen. I hope that everybody, you know, appreciates what's going on here in David Readman world, you could say, as far as the record's concerned. So let's have a look. Who else is online? Yes, power song. That's right, Mark. Ich wollte gerade sagen, the machine nicht läuft. It's true, though, because if that machine's not rolling, it's not going to work out tonight. That's a massive, important part of the streaming. You know, I think a lot of people have this machine, but they hide it. But I want it to be out there. I think it's a really important thing. Hopefully you got my beginning intro thing of the live stream. I've been posting it around a lot, and what's important, guys, is big help is, I mean, it's gone really good so far. We've got over 1,000 clicks up until now. It's Tuesday. It was out on Friday. Well happy about that. I've actually got a nice picture for you there, just to prove it. If you don't believe me, look, here we go. We just got, hopefully it could even be more now, but absolutely incredible. I was in New York when I posted it, of course. Not, but that's live. What's important, guys, is, you know, I've seen a lot of people sharing this stuff. If you get the chance to share the video, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm sharing this stuff myself, and I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. And you might think, well, if Dave posts, you know, a video, 5,000 people are going to see this, but that's not the case. It's really just like a hand-picked amount of people that actually get to see the video, and I'm kind of, you know, like I'm sort of blasting them every time with a video, and I'm always trying to reach that kind of next level of, you know, people getting the message. At the end of the day, there's no record company involved. I have absolutely no backup. The only backup is you guys, the people who have donated to make this possible. And, you know, actually I got a message coming in. I better check this out. I think it's important. It could be something to do with stream. Okay, let me just, we've got a young lady here from, Australia tuning in. It's incredible. I mean, we got Japan on tonight, Germany, we got the Netherlands, Hawks Radio, of course. We got the UK, Spain. So it's just growing. It's just growing. How many people got online? We got 24. Long time no see. Hi. It's been a week, but it seems like forever, doesn't it? Now, where is Julien? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Julien is a busy boy. Julien is hopefully working on the next song that we're going to be putting out, of course. And, yeah, I mean, as far as video's concerned, I've already asked everybody, you know, because the next 4 weeks is like the big, massive countdown for us again, especially for me to get the song mixed, to finalize the vocals, and start making the video. And I already asked the guitar player, who I'll be revealing very soon, and I said to him, look, you know, I need some kind of performance video from you. And like he said to me, he said, Dave, you know, I don't have a professional camera, and that's what we're up against. I don't expect people to have all the best gear in the world, but, you know, it's like, you know, I'm expecting each person to make a video in some shape or form. It was lucky, going back to the Fallen video, the bass player, STEF, he came around to my place, and I haven't had anybody really around here for a long time. He came in my studio, he stood in front of the camera, so we got it done quite fast. It was instant, and I could build in his part. As far as Julien's concerned, he's in Belgium, of course, and it took him some time. We talked about what was possible. He finally found a green screen from a friend, and he could then set the green screen up, send me the video, and I could build him in real sweet into video. What I want to actually show you now is, you know, believe it or not, I probably shouldn't show you this, but this is actually the real video of me performing in the studio would have been with the green background. I don't know if there's any kind of audio involved there, but you can kind of get a picture about what happens behind the scenes. Maybe probably a lot of people know about the green background situation. Of course, you know, you film with a green background, and you can change, you can put whatever you want behind there. So let's have a look at this real quick. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm not going to bore you tonight with it, but let's have a look at this. This is pretty wild. This is certainly pretty wild. There it is. As you can see, I'm getting ready. I'm going to forward it a bit for you guys. Now, as you can see, you know, it's pretty mad in respect. I mean, that is it. You know, that's basically, you know, what I'm doing. I'm standing in front of a green screen, and then I put a kind of background in there, and of course there's effects. I'll let you listen a bit more.
What is going on? Why am I here? I need someone screaming and never fades away. Please, Father, tell me what's going on. Chaos is everywhere, and I'm losing my mind. In this cold world, who's torn apart? In this moment, time, this is just a lie.
Yeah, and hopefully you, you get an idea about what I'm talking about there. You know, obviously I'm performing in front of a green background. When I do these videos, I really just do it one time through, you know, from front to back. I mean, it's probably the fastest of everybody. People send me quite often like 3 or 4 videos, different angles, all kinds of stuff going on. And I just basically have one track where I just sing it right from front to back. If I don't know the lyrics, I'll kind of go real quick to the drummer or whatever. And that's basically what's going on here, you know. And like I said, Julien could find a green screen. For the next video, I want to do something else. I'm not quite sure yet. It really depends on obviously what kind of material I'm getting back from the guys. But I'm surely really excited about the next track. There's no title at the moment. That's still got to happen. It's really just spur of the moment, and that's how I work best. Who's online? Oh, that's fantastic. Adrian Whitaker's online. Dennis Thomas. Oh, great stuff, Dennis. Great to see you, man. Absolutely. 2 really cool guys online here. I mean, everybody's cool, of course, but Dennis Thomas is in. Good to see you again. It's not been long. But Adrian Whitaker. Hey up, Dave, he says. Adrian. Well, I'll tell you now. Adrian's a really important guy for me because I saw his band. I believe it was either a band called Rush or it was a band called Slag or something like that. Ridiculous. And he was on stage, an amazing guitar player, amazing soloist. And I watched these guys as a young lad. I'd have been about probably 15, 16, something like that. And these guys influenced me in a big way. And I just wrote to Adrian today, and on Instagram, and that's the only contact we have. I think the only thing I said to him, he's still walking about the village, but I'm sure he does other things. But good to see you online, my friend. It's been a long time. I think the last time I seen you, honestly, would have been in Carlton or something like that, and we're talking like 35 years ago. It's been a long time, far too long, but good to see you online. Hope you're well enough, and who knows what the future might bring. Thanks for tuning in, big style. Let's have a look. Yeah, man, Sam Scott, can't wait for the album. It's gonna be Mark. Thank you, guys. It's just absolute madness. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, I've been doing a lot of stuff in the last few years. Been live, doing a lot of live stuff, of course, which has obviously been really important for me over the last few years. And I just haven't had the time. I've had the energy and the time and energy to make the Voodoo Circle records, to make the Pink Cream stuff. That tends to go quite fast, you know, once things are rolling. And but now with this whole situation we're in now, it's really like, it has, the negative side is that of course it's changed our lives forever, of course, and who knows what the future's going to bring. But it's given a lot of people, I think, a lot of time that they didn't have before to reinvent themselves, to start doing other things, reading a book, I don't know, creating music, all those kind of things. So it's just fantastic. As you can see, let's have a look on the main video. €4,305. If you're just tuning in tonight, my name's David Readman. This is Tuesday night fun and games, absolute mayhem. Let's make sure the tape machine's running. It's still running, good style. Maybe I should actually speed that up a little bit. No, I should actually slow it down. Yeah. Tuesday night fun and games. We're at 4,305 on my GoFundMe. If you haven't donated yet, folks, we're coming up to the last run, of course, to the 5,000 mark. That's what we're looking at to finally finish this record. It's looking really good, but of course that 5,000 mark is going to make it a lot easier and a lot more comfortable to finally get this record finished. So everything's good. It's on GoFundMe. T-shirts are out there. There should be a link below. I'm not wearing the t-shirt again tonight. I must be out of my mind. Couldn't find it. It's been in the wash. It's actually probably in the dryer as we speak. I could nip and get it, but Well, this is live, isn't it? You know, I'm not going to do that necessarily tonight. But a lot of pictures been coming in. I noticed on Instagram people wearing the T-shirts and stuff like that. So if you haven't ordered your T-shirt yet, there is the Fallen version. If you're looking for an extra version of the T-shirt, the money from the T-shirt goes right back into making the record. That's what we're doing. It's a family thing. We're making this thing together. Absolutely. Everybody that's tuned in tonight's probably, you know, donated or supported in some shape or form. That's what we're doing. If you've not watched the video yet, the new single Fallen, go and check that out. And yeah, like I said before, sharing is caring. You know, it's really about getting the message out there and getting the views, because, you know, we're building the channel. We're coming up to, I think we're about 20 short of about 500 people, which is pretty good. It's not easy to build up the subscribers on YouTube these days, but it's going really well. Let's have a look who's online. Let's get the chat going on. Boom. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Oh, Kate's wearing a... She's wearing a T-shirt. Anybody else wearing their T-shirt tonight, apart from me, of course? Yeah. Next week will be definitely T-shirt time. T-shirt back on, so we can do a bit of advertisement for that again. Like I said, the Fallen artwork is there online. All the links, if you look a little bit further down, you'll see all the links to the T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And but tonight, let's be honest, folks. I always get a bit sidetracked. It is about the release. It wasn't. I was obviously somewhere in this world, and I watched the countdown, and I did the reveal after of Julien, SPREUTELS, and obviously, you know yourself, we're up to like a 4-week countdown, something like that, 4.5-week countdown to the third single. And I'll be starting the reveal very soon. Obviously, I'm waiting for the videos to come in. I got a few surprises there. I can already tell you now at this point, on drums, we already got Michael KOLAR. I can already tell you that now, because there's a track that he'd already done before. And he's just such a fantastic drummer. So easy to work with. And, you know, obviously we're doing this kind of thing online. And to get this stuff, you know, sent to me in a good shape and sounding good, and he can record at home. He's a producer himself. I worked with him back in the day in ALMANAC. You can check that stuff on YouTube as well. So he's going to be on drums. That's running okay. The machine's running good. I can tell you now on guitar, it's going to be a Polish guy living in Germany. So we've got a Polish guy on guitar. I can tell you now on bass, we got somebody from Spain. I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got Spain on bass. It's finally time to get the Spanish involved. We got the Greek people involved, the Germans, the Dutch. So yeah, we had 2 Dutch bass players on the last 2 tracks. So now it's finally time to wander off a little bit to Espanol. It's not time yet for adios. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Oh, we got somebody new on tonight. Tiberio Costa. Hello from Brazil. Thank you very much. What is one of your favourite Whitesnake songs to perform? Sam Scott says, what is your favourite Whitesnake songs to perform? Well, I enjoy the Whitesnake stuff, and more than anything, I think the biggie for me is, at the end of the day, it's possible I have a kind of similar range. And when I do the Whitesnake stuff, when I do that kind of range vocally, you know, like you're singing kind of low verses, mid-range bridge, you get up to the refrain, it can be quite high, but it's still in a good range. I can sing that stuff all night, you know. And Whitesnake stuff works really well for me. There are some songs where Mr. Coverdale would, you know, he did sort of go into a different dimension on Slip of the Tongue, for example, where he's singing quite high there. And I think that could have long-term affected his voice, unfortunately. But, you know, that's what you do in your career. And that kind of stuff is also, for me, doable, but I wouldn't want to do it all night. I do enjoy the older stuff. Songs I enjoy is a few songs. Give Me All Your Love Tonight. I love Give Me All Your Love Tonight. I'll do anything you want to give me all of your loving tonight. That kind of stuff. The refrain's not too high, so you can really, I can really belt my voice in that area. I can really push it out, and I like that. Still of the Night's also a really incredible song. It's a very difficult song to play live. People take that really for granted, that kind of song, and I've worked with a few tribute bands doing the Whitesnake stuff. Always enjoy it, and it's just easy for me because, like I said, I've done it so many times before, and quite often I will, be asked to come and guest in a band. I won't even rehearse with these guys. We're talking about back in the day, a few years ago. I wouldn't even rehearse with the guys. I'd just turn up and do it, and it would work fine because I already had that back catalogue of covers in my brain. Good question, though, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking which. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Hello, Brazil. The 2012 video, is that the one with Doug Aldrich by any chance? I'm not sure if you're on about that one strictly, but yes, that was in Karlsruhe, and I got a phone call. I did a vlog. You can check it out on my channel. I got a phone call from Rock Shop, and it was Andrea. She was running. She was doing a lot of important stuff at the time. Not anymore, unfortunately, but she called me up and said, "Dave, would you like to perform with the Whitesnake Band?" And I was like, that's a no-brainer, I think. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'll tell you a little story real quick. It was all set up, and I was ready to go and do this. The night before, I'd had a couple of beers. I was very nervous. These were the days when I would have a few, when I used to drink. I was very nervous about this, honestly, about working with these guys the next day, and I had to learn a new track, and the lyrics were working, but not. It wasn't like really familiar for me at the time. It wasn't really in the brain, and I don't like that when I go on stage. So I had an iPad at the time, and if I remember rightly, I did write a message to her telling her that I'm not going to do it. I've decided I'm not coming. I'm not going to do it, right? So I wrote this little message. And luckily, I sent it, and the iPad was not connected to the internet. I think the battery ran out. And when I woke up the next day, I was like, "Oh my God, what did I do last night?" Never go on Facebook and have a drink. And I looked and realized that in the iPad, the message was still there, and it hadn't been sent. Thank God for that, because that would have caused all hell on earth, and that video wouldn't have happened. And I wouldn't have worked with these amazing guys. It was just so fantastic to meet the guys from Whitesnake and do like 2 or 3 songs. I think that's what you were talking about. Is it so long ago? Oh my God. Yeah, working with Brian, he was so loud. Like I said, like I just mentioned, it nearly didn't happen, that thing. Because I was, in a way in life, you're confident with a lot of things. You go on stage and do your thing, but working with this level of musician, I mean, this is top level. I mean, I was on stage and I've worked with some top guys, but I worked with these guys and I'd done tributes before. But to stand on stage with this band, right? I mean, I think I'm still smiling now. I'm still smiling to this day. It was absolutely incredible, and I was such a lucky guy to do that, and obviously for it to be filmed on video. I didn't. At the time, I could have got somebody to come in and video it, and done a nice, really cool video with a good sound and everything, but I just didn't, I just didn't, prepare myself for what was going to actually happen and how busy it was going to be that night. It was a clinic. It wasn't really a concert, but it went from a clinic feeling quite sterile to not watching guitar players to a concert really just in seconds. It was just fantastic. Yeah, man. I did like 4 or 5 songs, but "Crying in the Rain" is the one that sort of ended up on YouTube. I jammed like 4 or 5 songs with these guys, and yeah, the Eurovision Song Contest. it's an important thing. I can imagine if you end up on there and you win in some shape or form, like ABBA did, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You know, of course, over here in the Netherlands, I think it's actually in here. It was supposed to be here in the Netherlands the last couple of years, and I think it's finally going ahead. Is it tonight or something like that? I'm not quite sure, but honestly, you know, I try and be honest. I am not interested in Eurovision. I just find it pure kitsch, to be honest. I mean, generally, it's just rubbish what's on there, and you know, men with beards and stuff like that. I'm just not into that kind of stuff. But I believe Jorn's singing for Norway, I guess, and that's or Denmark or Sweden or somewhere up there. So that's just fantastic. That's fantastic if he can do that. And I did sing on a Eurovision song many years ago that somebody wanted to put in, but it didn't do anything. So that's life. Yeah, I remember the words, but I am not good with that because I think I've never been good with it, remembering words, and I think as you get older, it sort of gets worse. You could say the kind of the memory gets a bit rusty back there. You could say you realise yourself, and obviously when you got a few languages in there as well, the memory does tend to get a bit rusty. But it got worse than ever, and you know, obviously when you're in Voodoo Circle, you're in Pink Cream 69. I'm in Tank, you know. Different cover bands, Deep Purple, Whitesnake, Thomas Blue with the Jimi Hendrix stuff. So you can count like 5 times 15 songs, you know what I mean? It's like 60, 70 songs already that have to be there all the time, you know, and it's going to be strange getting back on stage live. I'm going to have to listen a little bit to the Pink Cream stuff and the Voodoo stuff, and especially the Hendrix stuff, because I did a lot of stuff with Thomas Blue over the years. You know, like there is actually a video online where we play for Frau Merkel, you know, and that was a mad gig. That was in Saarbrücken. Yeah, man. Who else is online? Let's go back to the big screen. Here we go. Oh, Tanya Young's online. Now, Tanya Young, is that? I'm not sure. I thought you lived in Hamburg. I thought Hanover. Is it Tanya Young? Maybe the one that lived in Karlsruhe. I'm not quite sure because there's I've seen you knocking around, and it's been lovely to see you on my stream tonight. And I do like to mention each person and what I remember and why I know them, but I'm not sure about you. Maybe you can fill me in a little bit. Sam Scott, 2 albums you would like to take to a desert island. Quick drink first, but we're going to hide it, look, so you can't see what it is. Oh, we got 26 online. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Mark. 2 albums I want to take to a desert island. That's a catch-22 question. It's kind of like I could be really honest and be really un-rock and roll, or I could like lie and be rock and roll. Honestly, it's a question I don't really want to answer, to be honest. There's so much stuff out there, and you know, when you're a musician yourself, it's such an emotional thing. You know, it's kind of like. Sometimes I'm jealous of just a listener who doesn't necessarily play music, doesn't play an instrument, and they're a listener. And they're as passionate probably as a musician, but they don't listen like a musician. You know, like as a musician, you're listening always to a piece of music and you're criticizing somehow. You're saying this is from here and this is from this record, and the bass player's playing the wrong note there, like they always do, and the drums are strange, and sometimes a bit jealous of that, you could say. So I don't want to really go there. And I have certain records that I do like, but I've listened to them too many times. So if I took that certain record, I'd probably get bored of it, you know? Tough on that one. Let me think. Oh, the question. Little energy drink. Bloody murder you. Thank you, Grazie. Good to see ya. Get out, CC. Despawning Metal Rock. Will there be an immunity for the Masters album in the future? Because the team is Metal Hammer. Yeah, actually, Dennis is on tonight. Dennis Thomas. He was the drummer in the band, and he'll be playing on this record in some shape or form. We do have the tracks, but unfortunately, internally, the band it's not easy, because this was like a, I don't know if you know the story. It was like a mad idea of mine. I came up with a name, Immunity for the Masses. Nick SPREUTELS came up with the design and everything, so he did a fantastic job. He made the video. We all made the video at home, of course. We recorded at home. We were all in lockdown at the time. It was just this mad idea. Let's create a song. Let's record it. Let's get it on Spotify. Let's make a video in about 4 or 5 weeks, and we released it. And that's what we did. And it went down like a storm. And it's massive, and it's still really important to everybody, I think. But it really depends on the level of commitment from each person. Of course, everybody's got their own stuff going on. I'm obviously making this record now. This is it, you know. And the other guys were busy at the time making records. So I do believe that something will happen. I don't know when. It won't be tomorrow, but I think and believe that we'll finally make a record, and it'll be good to come out of the corner a little bit, and maybe to get some kind of deal with this band, because that band definitely needs some kind of support. But great question. Thank you. That's right, Mark. It was also the power song on Hulk's radio. Night flight radio, but like Craig says, he just said there to like a pay-per-view video, possibly with Pink Cream 69. That could be something on the cards. But I'm hoping personally that we're going to get through this, and you know, all this kind of pay-per-view kind of stuff. I'm really hoping that we can sort of get past all that now, and with the vaccines at some point, maybe at the beginning of next year, and we can start to do other things. I'm not a big fan of this sort of, you know, if that's the only thing we can do. Obviously, I'm streaming tonight. You know, obviously this is cool for me, but to actually play to nobody and stream it live, I don't know. I just find it strange. I think it's great people are doing it, but for me personally, I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. But if that's what we got to do, and if that's what the guys want to do, and we're going to set it up. But of course, at the end of the day, I have to get somewhere. You know, for me to go to Germany at the moment, I need a PCR test. I need to get a test with certificate. It's about €120. It's not the world, but, you know, yeah, I think there's like a quarantine of about 10 days involved and stuff like that. At the moment, it's not going to work. You know, it's difficult. It is difficult, but things are going to ease up. Hey, Phil, man. Finally got a day of sunshine in the UK. Yeah, I'd say it's not been too bad today. It's been a really sweet day, actually, because it's been just raining on constantly. It's been sort of like April weather. You know, the British love to talk about the weather. It's been sort of like April in May kind of thing. And I always say this is April weather, but everybody says, well, it's May. But I'll say, look, it's April-like weather, you know. In April, April, it just tends to piss it down the whole time, you know what I mean? And, that's all it's done really in May as well. But that's okay for me if it sets us up for a good summer. I mean, last year I had the swimming pool out, plastic swimming pool. I was recording Voodoo Circle record, and I was, having a quick record and then having a quick dip in the pool, man. It was fantastic. "24 people online." Well, I'll tell you now, it's been a while since anybody threw their undergarments at me, believe me. But any time, I think in Japan it's possible to get undergarments thrown at you, but or teddy bears, or any kind of sweets and stuff like that. I've had beers thrown at me, of course, and all sorts of stuff. The odd beer is kind of cool to get, you know, if they throw a beer, that's not a biggie. But yeah, that's not going to work with a live. Well, you can at home, but who's going to know about it? You know what I'm saying? Fingers crossed. Enjoy life. Absolutely. What was I had some things lined up for you guys. I had I had this, of course. Hi, my name's David Readman, singer of Pink Cream 69, Voodoo Circle, and many more. And I've just released the second single, The Fallen, from my upcoming record, Medusa. Came out on the 14th. Go and check it out. The Fallen is available on all good streaming sites. We're making this record together. Come and help me. Come and take a quick look. At the video on my YouTube channel. The link is below. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye bye. So it's that time of night. If you've just tuned in, my name's David Readman. You're watching my live show, which is 50% absolute mayhem and 50% relatively constructive streaming tonight. Tonight we are celebrating the release of the second single. It's a bit loose tonight, that's for sure. But I thought to myself, I like this is kind of the part of the show when I do a Russian roulette type of thing, and I call people up. I'm going to try this guy tonight. Not going to tell you exactly who it is. It's possibly he's not going to answer. Could it be anybody that's watching tonight, actually? And I could be calling you up directly live. Who knows? Let's see. I'm going to try this guy. He never answers anyway. I've tried him a few times. But we're going to see. It's ringing. He's going to hate me for this. Hope you can hear it. This is the Russian roulette part of the show tonight, of course, if you just tuned in. We've got 25 people online. That's good for me. He never answers. He never does. He's probably in the bath anyway. Right, okay, my next candidate for tonight, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Catch the baby on its toe. Let's see now. My next candidate for tonight, cover up the glasses, is... Let's see if this guy's online. Oh, it's a bit quiet.
Hello.
Hey, Mark, how's it going, man?
Hi, very good, man. How about you?
What are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, watching your vlog, man.
You know, I do a Russian roulette, you know that, and if all else fails and I can't call anybody else up, I call you up. That's really important, you know that.
Yeah, I know that, and I like the Russian roulette.
I like Mark. Like anyway, Mark. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about. Are you still on Facebook, or have you been banned again?
No, I'm not in the Facebook lockdown yet again. So no, I'm still on Facebook.
So what are you doing to get banned on Facebook? I mean, you don't have to tell me everything, but
Not much, but I think they keep an eye on me.
they're definitely watching out with you. You've been flagged, man. You've been flagged.
Yeah, because I'm a rebel, eh?
Yeah.
About some things, so what I said to you before, they keep an eye on me, you know, with the search machine on Facebook.
Yeah, that's really strange. I never had any trouble like that before, but that's a shame. That's really a shame. That I mean, that's strange.
Yeah. The last year I've been in Facebook jail, I think 5 or 6 times, I think.
Good gracious me! What are you doing, man? It's those big hands. It's those big hands.
I think it's Mr. Zuckerberg's fault.
Well, believe me, if he's watching, you should ask him for some sponsorship for the record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will do.
You know,
So,
if you get to see him.
best, if Mark Zuckerberg will sponsor you with recording your new album, so no problem, no. I'm gonna fix that.
All right. So if you see him the next time you're in prison, and you can ask him that, and we're all good. All right, Mark.
When I am in the next prison for Facebook, I will get 30 days, so I have plenty time enough, you know, to ask him.
Is it 30 days?
Yeah, for the next, when I come in Facebook jail again, then it will be for 30 days.
So
And what I said,
longer.
yeah, it will take longer and longer then, so I have all the time then to ask Mark Zuckerberg about the sponsorship, you know, for you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. But actually, you know, the more actually.
So I think I will be in Facebook jail soon again.
Yeah. But actually, the more time you have actually away from Facebook, maybe you get a new hobby or something. You know, you start to do other things.
Yeah, watch more porn videos.
Oh, hey, beep, 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 beep. All right, man. Peace out.
That was a joke, but
Oh my God, we're gonna end up on YouTube jail here, man. Anyway, have a great night, my friend. Good to talk to you. Thanks once again for the support on the radio, my friend. Okay. How do my doctor?
adios.
Adios. You just can't get the stuff these days. That was Mark. We never actually met. I haven't met Mark yet, but I believe he's a gentle giant. He's got rather large hands. And he and his sidekick Eric on Hawks Radio, Night Flight Radio, they've been supporting me in a big way. Friday night was also an interview on the radio station. And these guys have been really giving massive support. They've been playing the song, Power Song, 10 times a day for the whole week. So, big thank you, big shout out to those guys. And of course, anybody who's donated on the GoFundMe. We're coming to the end of the show. I just want to mention real quick, put my glasses on. 4,305 euros. We're coming up towards the end. The goal was 5. It's incredible. Some people may have doubted if it was possible, but I always knew that it was possible. We're actually already there as far as like PayPal is concerned, probably. But a big part of that's obviously gone to other things like, obviously the first mixes and stuff like that. And promotion and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. So we're probably already there. But as far as GoFundMe is concerned, we're on the last stretch. We're getting there slowly but surely. And it's just been so amazing. Who's online? We've got 24 online. Yes, that's right. Jenny says, don't forget to join the Facebook group, David Readman Fans and Friends all over the world. Check that out. You can find it. It's an amazing group. Dennis Thomas, great to see you, my friend. He's the drummer from the Immunity to the Masses stuff. Good friend of mine, Dennis, incredible drummer. He'll be involved in the record in some shape and form, I'm quite sure. Sam Scott says, how's Costa Zafiro? I'm sure he's great. We don't have that much contact. He's doing a lot of stuff at Bottom Row now. They're the management of Pink Cream 69 and, of course, Halloween. Halloween, of course, have been doing a massive comeback tour, you could say, obviously with both singers. It's been a massive success. So for them, it's been just incredible. Of course, the corona has changed things. I'm sure Halloween have got a new record out at the moment. I think it's #1 in the Amazon chart. So good to them. But I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. He's still drumming. He did the Sonic, what would it called, with Kiska. And yeah, he's still out there being real busy, I'm quite sure. The Fallen shooting. Amazing performance in the video, Mr. Readman, indeed. Thank you. Yeah, basically, I did the studio inside the studio. Basically, good question. And I thought to myself, you know, I want to get outside. But the only really honest thing that I can do in this kind of area, of course, I would love to go to Amsterdam. You know, Amsterdam's an amazing place, and that'd be such an amazing place to do a shoot. And it's possible for the next video. I might make an attempt on that to go to Amsterdam and try and get some cool shots for the next video on the street. With this one, I'm basically living in a village. So I mean, of course, I'm surrounded by, and it's an amazing, beautiful place in the Netherlands here. Summer's just incredible, of course. I'm surrounded by cows and horses and all sorts of stuff, and farms and all that kind of stuff. So it is beautiful and very incredible. It's a very natural place to live in. So I decided I'm going to hit the woods. You know, it's about sort of, you know, getting back to paradise, to escaping something. And I felt that, you know, if I went out into the woods, I could really build that into the story. And that's what I did. And I went to the woods one day. It was like the last day before it started to rain a lot, and I was in the woods there for really like just 1 hour. That's the way I work. I went in, I have my telephone with me, I listened to the track, I sang along. I know what I wanted. I did a shot near the tree, I did a shot in the woods, I did the praying to God type sort of thing and do the fallen part. I did that real quick, and then I did the woodland shot from looking from really low down, of course. And within like 45 minutes, I was done, more or less. I was stung to death with nettles, of course. I was there on my own. And it's the best way for me to work, because it'd be nice to have a cameraman, which was planned, actually, to get some kind of different kinds of shots and stuff like that. But I'm the kind of person, I don't like to mess about. I like to get on with it, get it sorted. And also like in the studio. And turned out great. And I built that outdoor stuff into the video, and it just turned out fantastic. It's lockdown times. You know, it's really about trying to create something really special out of nothing, and that's what I did with the last 2 videos, and also working with these amazing musicians that gave up their time and energy to be a part of this record. So you know, it's just been an overwhelming experience so far. You know. Oh, Eric, man. Whoa, man. You know, a lot of people have already, I guess most of these people have already donated and ordered the CD, so I'm not expecting that. But of course, I'm always spreading the word, and if somebody new comes in and they want to help, that's just absolutely fantastic. And, we're nearly there. We still have time. But I know what you're saying, Eric. You know, it's a good idea. Unisonic! That's right, Unisonic, yeah. You know, actually, I remember Unisonic when they first started off, and they were practicing in Carter, actually, where I lived, and they did like their first concert in a practice room with like 30 or 40 people just to start it out. Because I think for Kiska it was kind of like the beginning of doing that kind of music again, I suppose. So it was good to make a start. Yeah, you better watch out, Mark. You better watch out, my friend. But coming up to the hour, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been fantastic. We've got a few. Yep. Ah, Marion. It's incredible. Fantastic. Great to see you online. That's been a long time, hasn't it? Good gracious me, Marion. Hope you're still feeling good, and unfortunately we won't see you at any concerts, of course, because times have changed in that respect. But we're coming up to the hour. Thank you so much for everybody joining in. Hopefully I'll start a reveal this week when I get the videos in for the next track. Thanks to everybody for donating. Don't forget the t-shirts. Maybe you need the Fallen t-shirt, who knows. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We've had I think we had nearly about 30 people online, and it's just been so fantastic again, once again. And let's hope that we can, slowly but surely get back to some kind of normal. We're opening up more and more over here, and yeah, it just would be so great. Everybody stays healthy. We can sort this vaccine situation out, and that we can soon get on stage with Pink Cream 69 Voodoo Circle, whoever it may be. Thank you very much. Let's have a look here. Edwin Whittaker, speak soon, Dave. Thanks for the shout out. Great vlog again. Thank you so much. We all need to put... That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Adrian, good to see you, my friend. And obviously, big thank you to everybody tuning in tonight, be it Japan, Germany, UK, Australia, America, Netherlands, Spain. It's just so fun, just so fantastic. Don't forget, guys, keep sharing the video, get it out there. It's had a few clicks so far, which is fantastic. It would be nice to maybe get over the 3,000 mark on the first track, to get like 4 or 5 out of this one. That would be really cool. It's good for the channel. Get sharing, support, keep supporting it, and let's look forward to the third single, and enjoy The Fallen, of course, on Spotify. Make it part of your playlist. Share it with your friends. Let's get the message out there. Once again, thank you so much for listening tonight. My name's David Readman, and as usual, there's only really... Oh, somebody else is... Diane is in tonight. Diana S. Thank you so much from the US. Once again, to everybody, there's only one thing to say at this point, and that is... Adios! Adios! My name's David Readman, and I'd like to welcome you to my Tuesday night Fun and Games live show. Every Tuesday night on YouTube at 8 o'clock. Come and join in. My name's David Readman and I'd like to welcome you to my Tuesday night Fun and Games live show. Every Tuesday night on YouTube at 8 o'clock. Come and join in.